God is giving you double for your trouble. You might have been through a lot recently. You didn't really know why. But you need to go through these changes, like a metamorphosis, if you will. And we're all placed in densities that might not have been God's plan. And God wants to restore you. And in order to restore you, things need to be removed. Things need to be taken away so that you could be cleansed. Wash, rinse, repeat. The threshing floor was last year. And now each and every one of us get double for our troubles. It's happening right now. You know, we have the signs, the synchronicities. We're going to be discussing how we are building a legacy, how we are building something that is going to last the test of time this year. We're moving forward and we already see the changes happening right now. You get double for your trouble. Everything that was lost will be replaced, and it could be replaced double or maybe even tenfold. You could let us know are you going tenfold? Let us know in the comments. And you know, what is being replaced, when you think about this, it comes in many different forms, and we will be discussing all of these in today's lesson. And you really need to stay focused on this. We're going to be talking about momentum. Momentum is so important. You have to realize this, and you have to hold the frequency for an extended period of time. Not just for a moment, not just for a day or two. You have to hold that frequency and let the momentum build and let it carry you over to the brand new timeline. We gave everyone enough time to get on the live stream. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, could you kindly hit the like button? It will help others find this message. And if today's message resonates with you, why don't you hit the subscribe button? We do this every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time, and tonight we'll be back on every Friday. We have a tremendous Friday Night Live where we break down everything that happened this week. Isn't it a crazy world? Heidi Gomes, thank you so much for the support, Heidi. I appreciate that. God is giving us double for our trouble, and we are getting a double portion. You know, yesterday I shared an experience that I had, and, you know, I really sat through everything. I read all of your comments. Check out yesterday's lesson. It's actually trending now. When we get these signs and synchronicities, there are many messages that come from that synchronicity, from that sign, from that event, if you will. And the overlying event of that message was that relax, you're already here, God has you, and that's nature. That's nature. That's actually God, right? You know, a lot of things in the world, it's not God. But when you go out in nature, that's the authentic frequency. That's where the message lies. And when you sit back and you listen to nature, God was dropping off double. That was double. You could write it in the chat. God is giving us double. We got a double portion yesterday. 2 fish. What a beautiful sign. 2 fish were dropped off. And we are getting double for our trouble. Double could come in many forms. Maybe it could be monetary. Double for your trouble. You went through a lot of troubles last year. Maybe you lost things and you say, oh, how am I going to catch up? Well, because maybe you had to go through these things, you are going to be given double monetarily, for example. Most importantly, especially here, we're getting double when it comes to community, people, and friends. You might have been through God's isolation period. That's something that happens, right? And if you're new to the channel, there's a full video on why God puts you into isolation. Well, sometimes, you know, certain vibrational frequencies are actually holding your back. And God maybe sends in a Schumann resonance rapture wave. And as certain things have to like totally fall apart, and certain things have to be removed. And you said, God, where did everyone go? Where did everyone go? Because now for your trouble, you're going to have double the people, double the friends, double the size of the community. Hit that like button. That helps others find this community. Double the love. You know, recently the world is kind of crazy, and a lot of people aren't having a lot of love in their everyday life. And you might be lacking love. You've lacked love. Well, guess what? Now you get double the love. Double the love is coming in right now. This was a very maybe harsh and difficult process, but God actually loves you, and we go through this for a specific reason. This process was for long-term success. Once again, this process that you went through, it could be like a year long or maybe even longer. This process was for long-term success. You know, yesterday we talked about building that strong foundation. The things that you do have to be built on a strong foundation. Maybe, you know, the work that you're doing, maybe that's not built for long-term success. Many people are aware that our world is going to change very rapidly, and it's going to be a drastic change. And the things maybe that you're doing now, it's not going to be there next year. It's not even going to be there. So you might have been taken from your job, put into a new job. You had to. It was kind of hard, but you had to go there because the old it's not going to be there anymore. We're going through this massive shift, and God is making you go through this process ahead of time. And because you put yourself in alignment, you're here to do God's work. Did you have things taken away? Yes, you did. But now you get double for your trouble. Write it in the comments. Double for your trouble. And you had to do this for this long-term success. Maybe you were in a relationship and that wasn't built on a strong foundation, right? And you didn't really know the ins and outs of it. Well, now you need something that's going to be built for long-term success. All different things. It could be at the workplace. It could be a friendship. It could be a community. Sitting on the dock of a bay, thank you so much for that. I'm very grateful. I appreciate that very much. I love sitting on the dock of a bay. This is a time period of expansion and embracing the change. As humans, we don't like change. But you actually right now, you want to have long-term success? You want to get double for your trouble? You have to embrace change. The way of your life, you might have been living in lack. And you're not actually aware of how it is to have abundance start rolling in. So we have to actually embrace change so that we can have the long-term success and expansion. It's all about expansion, expanding in all directions. And sometimes we think about life like a linear line, and we've shared linear time is fake. It's more of a spiral. Start thinking differently. And it's difficult because in the old way, you know, we think we're going to go from step 1 to step 2 to step 3, and we're moving along a path, but we're actually expanding outwards in all directions. And it's difficult at first to wrap your mind around it, but over a course of time, you start to understand it at a deeper level. Don't question. Keep moving forward. We tend to question things. We doubt it. You know, you see the sign right in your face, but this is what happened in the past. Remember, that old past is not going to become your future. Sometimes because of subconscious programs, we allow the familiar past to become our future. Right now, we're bringing in abundance. Right now, we're bringing in the authentic love. Right now, we're bringing in a bigger, wider, expansive community like never before. Don't question it. Keep moving forward, because momentum is a real thing. Momentum is important. Once you start seeing the change, don't just let it, you have to keep going with it. You got to keep moving forward, and you can't have the self-doubt. Self-doubt is actually the way that we actually stunt our own growth. Once again, self-doubt is actually the way that we stunt our own growth. Please write these things down. Have a pen and paper during these lessons. It's really important. You could rewrite them in the comments as well. When you reaffirm it, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. And we all appreciate the comments because other people are seeing it. We're validating. That's why we're a community. We're constantly bigging. Maybe we'll be 1 million people, maybe multiple million people here. But once that ball starts rolling, and you see the ball is rolling right now, don't question it. Keep moving forward, because we have to maintain momentum. Write it down. Maintain momentum. Stabilize. We are stabilizing the heart and mind connection. It is very important to do this. Many people that are stumbling across this message or here, you are probably on the spiritual awakening journey. You could let us know in the comments. When you go in the spiritual realm, you can get lost. So it is very important that you stabilize a heart and mind connection. There's an important phrase to think about. And some people will lose themselves. You could fall into many traps. Just because it's quote unquote spiritual doesn't mean it has your best interest in mind. You could have your head in the clouds, but you gotta keep your feet on the ground. You could have your head in the clouds, but you also have to have your feet on the ground. And you realize this right now. Things, maybe things could be dropped off from the heavens. That's kind of like it was. It was like 2 fish just dropped off from the heavens. Here's the fish. But it was all about the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities, and how are we using nature to move forward. God will give you the answers. Hannah, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Hannah writes, this is a small portion out of a bigger plan, so trust the process. Even when it's not comfortable, physically and mentally, letting go is easier when we understand we don't own anything. Absolutely. It's just the energy that operates the body. That's it. We like that dropped in. We just dropped into this realm. Tesla called this a realm. Where are we anyway? Let us know. Where are we? We just dropped in. Some people refer to the chosen ones. Some people refer to the 144,000. You're sealed in the forehead. We're in this game of life right now, and we're looking around. You are self-aware. Do you have inner dialogue? Let us know in the comments. Sometimes they say, oh, you're crazy if you talk to yourself. Do you have inner dialogue? Do you speak to your higher self? Do you speak to God? And these are the things that you need to stay focused on, especially during this very pivotal time. So once you have stabilized the heart and mind connection, you could have the head in the clouds, but there has to be radical, rational action. Like these things, even though things were dropped off from the heavens, right? Those fish that were dropped off doesn't magically change. I now have to gather the evidence. I have to now do the work. I have to now create. I have to pull this all in. There's actual real work that needs to be done. You need to show up every day and keep going. That is the authentic ascension journey. You want to ascend, you want to expand. Well, not only is God maybe guiding you, you need to put in the work yourself. We all need to do the work. It's not just unicorns and rainbows, but maybe unicorns and rainbows will show up tonight on Friday Night Live. You never know who's going to show up on Friday Night Live. It was tremendous last week. I think tonight's going to be even bigger and better. Hit the like button. It's going to help others have a great time tonight. It's going to be great. You are getting double right now, and we are all going to confirm it. You know, in your life, you maybe felt like you didn't have enough, but sometimes it's going to be double. Whether you're sitting on the beach, whether you're in the gym, whether you're in the workplace, whether you are sitting at home, whether you are cooking, wherever you are, or whether you are watching a playoff game, dropping off 2 handfuls of sunflower seeds, you could just sit here and say, it'll be double. It'll be double. Everyone right now, whether you're watching live or on the replay, write it in the comments. It'll be double. And we, each and every one of us, that's for my old man, everyone from my old man, we're going to write, it'll be double. Everyone gets double. It'll be double. 2 times, twofold, double portion size. Maybe you're hungry, you get double portion size. You waited, you said, you know what, I'm just gonna pass last year. Maybe last year, you know, I said, I'm just gonna work, right? I'm not gonna really have anything. You are gonna get double now. It'll be double. And we're gonna get this trending. We're gonna be going. It'll be double. It's coming in. It's 2024. It's the year of abundance. It is the 8th year. You could also hit 888 and confirm the abundance. Why do we do this? Why do we repeat and repeat and repeat? Because we are rewriting the subconscious programs. 95% of your everyday life experience is dictated by subconscious programs. And you need to be the writer of the subconscious programs in the now moment. Don't allow other people that don't have your best interest in mind to write the subconscious programs, because that will become 95% of your everyday life. As we've shared for many years, this channel helps us take back control of our everyday lives. And each and every one of us have the ability to take back this control. But we all need to stay focused on these subconscious programs. And you really have to focus on it, because it's in the subconscious mind. We're not really thinking about it. And it takes a lot of energy. It takes effort. It takes time. Remember, do it today, because it happens on a delay. It happens on a delay. And it's time for each and every one of us to embrace this. That's interesting. Truth rises. Maybe the 15th will be a big day, Truth Rises. It's so interesting. It's so fascinating to learn all these things. And you might be so curious. You want to expand your consciousness. Remember that awareness is the precursor to change. So you have to become aware of certain things. And once you have become aware of them, then you could start implementing changes in your everyday life. So it's important right now that you are stabilizing the heart-mind connection. Don't question anything and keep moving forward. You have gone through this process for long-term success. You are getting double. The double could be monetary. The double could be people, community, friends. The double can be love. The double is what is important to you. The double could be freedom and sovereignty. So many people, you know, that and if this message resonates with you, hit that like button. Some people, I just wish I could get a day of freedom. Maybe every week you get 1 day of freedom, right? You're beaten down at the workplace. You get 2 weeks of freedom. I wish I could get double the freedom, triple the freedom. Things are about to change. I told you, this reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. Because you jump in timelines, kid. You jump in timelines. Write it in the comments. I jumped the timeline. You jumped the timeline. Embrace it. You went through maybe a lot recently, last year. A lot of rapid change, a lot of chaos in your life, and you might be questioning it all. if you are especially brand new to the channel and you want to see how this all puts together, right? What we do on this channel is that we present from a place of authenticity. In the upper left-hand corner at the end of this video, I will place a playlist, and that is going to play through important videos that encapsulate what you went through last year. Last year was the rapture. We were on the threshing floor. Maybe things left your life. Half is gone. Now, not only so half is gone, you get double. So I believe that's 4 times the amount now. Get 4 times the amount. So think about that. Check out the playlist, whether you're new. We will be back on tonight for Friday Night Live. It's something, if you're new to the channel, we break down all the interesting things that have happened in the world this week. It's been an interesting week. What has happened in the world, what has happened in our on our channel. And afterwards, we will head over to Patreon for part 2, where we all collaborate together on Zoom. If you've never done that before and it calls you, you want to join that community, the link is in the description. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and each and every one of you, let us know in the comments, what are you going to receive right now? That is double. It'll be double. And so it is. Yeah, it's double. It's time for double. I love you all. I will see you tonight. We'll be back on for Friday Night Live. We'll be over on Patreon afterwards. We'll all have a good time on Zoom. And really stay focused on double. Double of everything. Block out the negativity. Everything's rising up right now. Everything's rising up. It's the frequencies rising up. So you're going to see everything rise up. So that's why you really don't worry about the scary stuff. Focus on the abundance. I love each and every one of you. I will see you all tonight. Bye for now.